Welcome back to the Fulfilled Female Entrepreneur Podcast. It's your host, Cassandra Rosa. I'm a certified coach and healer and intuitive business coach. And the mission behind this podcast is to help you to create a fulfilling life and business. Today, I'm going to help you build an understanding of the subconscious mind. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm really excited to be talking about today's topic. This is such an important part of helping you to create a fulfilling life and business. When you have an understanding of the subconscious mind and how it works and how it operates, you're able to have some key awareness pieces to release what's holding you back from creating that fulfilling life and business. I am someone that actually studied psychology in university, in my traditional schooling. And that's when I started to learn about the subconscious mind and how it operates. And as I continued to develop myself with personal development, reading so many books, podcasts, courses, I really deepened my understanding of the subconscious mind. So there are some key things to understand when it comes to your mind. There's your conscious mind, in which we have like the awarenesses and we function in our day-to-day life. And then we have the subconscious mind, the things that we might not be aware that are affecting us firsthand. So your subconscious mind is kind of like what operates when you're in airplane mode without that top of mind awareness that can affect our day-to-day activities. So the way that our mind works is that we are taking in so much on the day-to-day, our thoughts and our perceptions of the reality that we're facing, all the senses and sensory information that we're taking in from what we see, what we hear, what we feel about every given situation. And I heard that we have about 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. So to connect and make a list of all of those thoughts and all of the information that we're taking in the day-to-day is quite a large task. So for our mind, it constantly has this filtration system in which we're having the information taken in, and it kind of goes into this filing cabinet of major files that are created in our life. So because we're intaking so much information, it goes to the file that it feels like the information is closely related to, so that it can file in our mind and our beliefs and our thoughts. And something really important to understand about this filing system, if you see it like a filing cabinet, is that the major files that we have in our life are created from between 0 to 7 years old to 13 to 13 years old, in which we have our core beliefs, our core understandings about life and how we interact with the world. So that's why it's really important in those pivotal ages of our growth, of our evolution, of our establishment of our mind and how we interact with the world, that the experiences that fill our lives are very enriching to us, as that's when our core beliefs are created in life. So when we're interacting in our day-to-day life, our perceptions, our beliefs about situations are often created in that pivotal time in our life, and our interactions with these day-to-day situations are filed into those files that we've created from such a young age in our evolution and growth. Because of the way that we're processing information at such a rapid rate, it's important that those files are there. Otherwise, it would take us so much longer to interact in our day-to-day lives. So with that being said, when we're interacting in our day-to-day lives, it's like we're our inner child. Our version of ourselves from 0 to 7, 0 to 13 are actually a big role that is played in our day-to-day lives, as that's the version of ourselves that has created these core beliefs that dictate what file each and every situation is created. So with that being said, and that how that affects life and business is so crucial. Because if we're having beliefs about success, about failure, about our ability to show up in the world and be who we are, um, and how that all affects business, it's those version of ourselves that dictates how we're going to show up. So, for example, let's talk about success. In life, if you came from a upbringing in which you were really taught to focus on success, and there may have been a perfectionism belief that was created about getting A+ grades in school, and if you didn't get the A+, maybe you were punished for it. Or maybe if you achieved it, there was lots and lots and lots of praise. That will affect our belief of what success looks like and feels like. So, for example, say that you had a goal in your life and your business and you didn't achieve it. You didn't achieve the A plus. I'm doing air quotes here for one's not watching the video. You didn't achieve the A plus. Maybe there's a part of yourself that is sabotaging or punishing yourself from not achieving what you were setting out to do. So you go back to those emotional experiences. That's how the files are developed. Our emotional experiences from 0 to 7, 0 to 13 are the ones that create those big beige file folders in your filing cabinet of your subconscious mind. So, with that being said, having that understanding of the emotional situations that have created these big files, that create these big beliefs that are running in the back of our subconscious mind, if you have acknowledgement of what those beliefs may be, and you take the time to journal, to work with the coach, to do meditations, to heal yourself on the deep level, and you release those files, you take them out, you shred them, and you create a new file and a new belief system in your mind is going to be looking for proof to add different pieces of paper, different situations, different moments in life to back up that belief and fill up the file with what it is that you want to create. So, with that being said, it's really important to have that awareness piece about how these files were created, the emotional situations that were brought up, and know that ultimately our mind and our subconscious mind is really about helping us to cultivate safety. That's another point that wants to come through and be shared. Creating that safety, creating that protection, creating that ability for us to move through life and be safe at the level. And that is what is created with our comfort zones. So our subconscious mind wants to keep us safe, wants us to be able to process information quickly with the files that will lead us to safety. And that is evolution. And that is our caveman creation of our minds, of really stepping into a life that we can thrive and survive in life. So with that being said, that is what is allowing us to create those files in our mind, is ultimately with the goal of safety for us, so that we can move through life and create that. So with that being said, having that understanding that of when these files were created, understanding these files were created by emotional information and instances in that 0 to 7, 0 to 13 is crucial. And then when you're having that awarenesses of the safety and of the creation of these files, it will help you to have that awareness to make the change in your life. So you may be wondering, okay, I'm getting a general understanding of this subconscious mind. I'm understanding it was created from a young age. I'm understanding that there's these big file folders, that all these pieces of paper are being filed with the current life and beliefs of the way that we're interacting with the world and the current thoughts and creating the proof to fill up the files. I understand that, Cassandra. I'm following with you. So for creating that fulfilling life, creating that fulfilling business, how can I use the subconscious mind to work in my favor? You may be wondering. So the way to make the shifts and allow your subconscious mind to work for you into achieving your goals, there's a few key things that are really important. Being more aware of your thoughts. right? Being more aware of what's going on in the subconscious mind. So if you're seeing specific patterns that are happening over and over and over again, maybe you're seeing self-sabotage or doubt, or you're being scared of failure, or you're taking one step forward, two steps back, you're acknowledging that, hey, there's a pattern that's happening here. It's understanding that patterns that are existing in your current reality are definitely connected from the past, from the beige files in your subconscious mind. So, journaling about what are the thoughts that are coming up in your current reality, right? So, those are these thoughts, these are these instances in the physical reality that are the paper. So, understanding what are the pieces of paper, what are these pieces that are currently showing up in your reality, and understanding, okay, from the time when I was 0 to 13, what were some emotional situations that were directly related to this? So it's like understanding where the beige file is, understanding where it could be filed in your mind, to understand that deep rooted belief that's working on airplane mode behind the scenes. And when you're having that acknowledgement and you're doing that journal work, then you're going to be able to do things like meditation, like working with a coach or a healer, to be able to shred those files and work on the new beliefs, right? Work on implanting the new beliefs, creating the new file in your mind where the proof could be established in a new place for how you interact with the world, for the pieces of paper to go in a space that is more aligned with the reality that you want to create. So I'm going to share an example about my own life that will give you a concrete understanding in the practical way of how this can all unfold. So from a young age, when I was in elementary school, I was bullied for being different, for having curly hair, for looking different than everyone else, for being short, skin color, having more this olivey undertone was really being made fun of for being different, wearing different clothes, whatever it may be. So I was deeply, deeply, deeply bullied. Throwing erasers in my hair, singing like Lion King song when I was walking by, lots of different deep-rooted things that made me want to conceal and hold back who I truly was. So I found myself not showing up 100%, not showing up fully, and wanting to like blend in with the crowd. And that was something that was affecting my business because I was scared to put myself out there. I was scared to put myself out on my own because I thought I was going to be judged. I thought I was going to have negative feedback. I thought that I was going to be bullied, right? That's what my brain thought. It's like the current thoughts in reality was, that fear of showing up, that fear of sharing who I was out there in the world. That's like the pieces of paper. There was a lot of, I don't know if I can do this. I wonder what people are going to say about me. Those were the piece of paper. Then I did some journaling and I was like, okay, well, when in my life did I feel like I was scared to be who I was? And it took me back to the instance of the bullying, where the belief was you have to hide your light. You have to blend in with the crowd so you're not made fun of. That was like the beige folder. So what I ended up doing was doing a lot of journaling work, doing a lot of forgiveness work with the people that were involved. And then I started to do some subconscious meditations to help release the beliefs that I had, and then consciously choose what I wanted to replace it with, which was the belief that it was safe to be me. It was fun to be me, and that I love myself and I love my uniqueness, and that's all that mattered at the end of the day. Didn't matter what people said about me because I was going to thrive regardless. So I implanted that belief and I started to become aware and build evidence in my subconscious mind of all the times that I showed up and I was who I was and I wasn't bullied. And I felt good being me and I was well received rather. So I started to put all the new pieces of paper into that file so it could be a new belief. And because I did that, I shifted my current reality at the time. I was able to launch different parts of my business. I was able to discover myself. I was putting myself out there more, and shifted my outward results because I changed that file in my subconscious. So with that being said, if you are someone that is wanting to have your subconscious mind be a friend of yours and work with you in the process of achieving your fulfilling life and business, look at understanding the subconscious mind, understand that using journaling to understand what your thoughts are that you're having and how it relates back to your past and emotional instances from the past. Really look into using meditations, working with a coach, with a healer to be able to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can create the reality in which that you can create that fulfilling life and business that you're seeking. If you're wanting support in this process, I do offer healing sessions in which I could dive deep into this with you. You're welcome to check out the link in the show notes or the description of this video to see my offerings and how we can work together for the healing of your subconscious mind in my intuitive healing sessions. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I'll upload a new video on Thursday. See you in the next one. Bye.